Good evening, I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the New York City Arena here in Midtown. Well, they're scheduled to spend a half an hour swapping leather. This 10 rounds. Teddy, most ringside experts feel that this is very much going to be a tactical fight.
Yeah, both these guys throw punches like they're paying for them. And guess what? They're both cheapskates.
Gets rid of that effort. Rush's right hand working well that time. Scored well. Cruz's work in training camp is now paying off. You see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round, he returns the favor with an uppercut. Nice work, the left hand to the head. Cruz is giving his opponent headaches here now. He's throwing punches, but he's able to block them away. That's a razor-sharp uppercut by Abraham. Comes right back with some offense of his own. Crusher showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. So many times you hear of an early round where they're just feeling each other out. No way. Not these guys. Straight to action.
Well, if they can keep this up, they're both going to have headaches, but we're going to have a special one.
That uppercut out. There it is. He goes down. Oh, he may be close here. Can he survive the round? Well, that's the best voice he could ever hear. The bell to end that round. He was getting battered there. Abraham, lucky the bell rang when it did.
But it's little consolation to him because guess what? There's still plenty of bells, and they're not the church bells ringing in his head.
Good flush, straight left hand. Oh, good exchange there. Abraham making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. And banging away he goes. Well, we know he survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time.
Stand up, stand up. Let's go. Get up now. Get up off that mat. Come on, baby.
Abraham is able to get up. Kenny, I question, though, if he'll be able to go on. What does he have to do?
Well, he's got to know what to do, but what not to do. Don't use your legs. Don't try to move because that's the inclination. Get on your bicycle when you've been hurt. No, the bicycle's not there. You got flat tires. What you got to do is grab on the inside and clear your head.
That's a forceful two-punch combo by Crusher. Abraham. Wow! I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying. Falling like a sack of potatoes.
And it's over. Look at this. Black Mamba smashed, and he can't get up. Unable to beat the count. Teddy, there's a lot of explaining to do here, but help me with this. Was this early knockout on a left field a product of one guy being prepared and the other guy just not ready for it?
Now, obviously, he wasn't ready, wasn't prepared in the gym, but I think he came out cold from the locker room, never knew what hit him.
For Teddy Atlas. Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to Boardwalk Hall and the famed Atlantic City Boardwalk in southern New Jersey for a much-anticipated main event. 10 rounds in the middleweight division. We are looking forward to this fight, especially after seeing what happened at the weigh-in yesterday. A stare down that nearly resulted in a bout breaking out right there. Now they get to do it for real. The Undertaker's really keyed in for this one. You can see it as he makes his walk to the ring. Black Mama's poise is one of those things that cannot be denied. This is a very confident fighter. scheduled for 10 rounds tonight between these two. He missed that uppercut. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head. Hard to put a label on him stylistically, Teddy. He's a little unorthodox. He's extremely athletic and breaks a lot of the old school rules here. What would be the strategy for a guy like this?
You know, Joe, it starts with territory. It starts with landscape. You know, where you can use that athleticism, that speed, you know, the timing, the quick reflexes. You want to have a little distance where you can catch the guy coming in a little bit. You know, you can frustrate him a little bit with those quick moves. But you don't want him too close to you because then the bad habits can come back and bite you. You know, where you pull back, now all of a sudden maybe he's close enough to catch you pulling back. Want to stay away from those areas.
Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. That worked out really well, throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. Keep it going. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Good job, it was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Black Mamba. Very nice defensive guard there. That right hand over the top lands flush. Red hot action to open up this fight. Both men throwing, both men landing.
It's been a long time since I've seen something like this. I think it was in a film library watching Hammer and Hank. The great Henry Armstrong never took a step backwards, kept going forward.
The Undertaker's got to find a way to land more of these punches. It's okay to throw punches, but not if they're just drifting off to space.
Absolutely, and space is it. He's in space. He's too far away. He has to get the right range.
You're looking good. Keep that up. Keep those hands moving.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. And now we got a fight. He fires back a right hand of his own. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Oh, what an exchange. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Super two-punch combo by Black Mamba. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. Good job protecting himself. Black Mamba's being very patient here, but it's with a plan in mind.
Yeah, it is with a plan in mind, and that's why he's such a successful fighter. He's trying to lure his opponent into a mistake.
The Undertaker's doing what every trainer wants to see their fighter do. Land punches in bunches. The combination lands. There he is, zoning in, the old 1-2. Good looking right hand after he got hit. Took a shot, now he gives a left. There he brings the jab right hand. Fires off that hook. The Undertaker's movement helped out there. He avoided that punch. Clicks of the talk. And we come to the end of round number 2.
All right? You have to keep your hands up. Looking good, looking good. All right, keep your hands up, all right? All right? You're doing fine.
You don't need that, no, throw that away.
You gotta let your hands go. You have to. You have to be busy. This guy is beating. If you throw 3 or 4 punches in a...
And round number 3 is underway. Blocks away that headshot. Well, you could see what he wanted to do there, but unable to land that body shot.
Hey! You got some of that too. Let's go!
Nice block by Black Mamba. Comes right back at him with a left hand. There's the combo to the body. Fires right back at him. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand.
Bang the body! Keep working the body!
A good block. Teddy, I've heard you say it a million times early on in the fight. If there's any one piece of good advice you can give, it's start depositing it into that bank. Go to the bottom.
Yeah, because the interest comes later. And you're going to see the payoff in the late rounds.
Blocks that punch. Halfway through this round. Not able to land the headshot. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Able to land the hook to the head. Good looking uppercut that time. Doubling up the jab now. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Blocks that punch. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. 10 seconds to go in this third round. And that's the end of round 3.
Listen, you want this fight? You gotta stay busy out there. You're losing this fight because you're not throwing any punches out there.
This is a classic example we're seeing here as we start round number 4 of just the busier guy taking the fight. He's up 3 rounds to zip on Teddy's scorecard.
Yeah, my concern, Ocho, I have one little concern.
What's that?
Well, is he winning the battles but maybe going to lose the war because he's really wearing himself out. He's working so hard to get things done. Down the road, does he pay a price?
Well, his opponent is opening up and coming forward, so I would think there's some opportunities that exist.
Yeah, I think some counter-punching opportunities. Opportunities not on the front end, but on the back end.
Scores well to the belt line again.
Still not moving enough. Move, muévate.
He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect.
Uppercut. Keep that head moving.
Halfway through round number 4.
Left and right. Left and right. Así es. Like what I see in there. It's all right.
Sending more than one at him now. The combo to the head. Scoring with the right hand by Black Mamba. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Digs in with a good solid uppercut after taking one. Trying to erode away that body with the combination punching.
Stay away from them. Come on.
Round comes to an end
Jab.
here. And Teddy, I
Jab
know
and
you've had a a very busy week.
Throw
You've
to
been
the body,
training
then to the
some
head.
pro football
Then
players
finish
this
to the
week. There are many
body.
parallels to be made between the pro fight game and pro football.
Yeah, there are. You know,
beautiful.
physical ones and
Nice.
emotional and mental ones. I mean, the physical ones are when I work with some of these behemoths, you know, like offensive linemen. They have to punch out, you know, with their arms. They have to make sure that they get those hands out now. If they raise their elbows, just like a fighter raising his elbow before he throws the jab, they lose the power. So you got to teach them to keep those elbows in, punch out without any telegraph, without any loss of power, and also get those hands out at the right distance. If they're a little late, the big guy gets in on him, and now he can control him. And of course, the mental aspects of it, where they get into those dark rooms we talk about every once in a while, where they have to remember that they have control. They can make the choice. You know, you get in those dark rooms, you start to think that you lose control of the choice, that your opponent's making a choice for you. No, that's not the truth.
Nice block by Black Mamba. Black Mamba's at his best when the combinations are landing. He scored well there with that combo.
That's it.
Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Black Mamba's head movement is really a factor in this fight. I mean, who would have thought it? Just one of the aspects of defense could be such a big key to this fight right now.
Yeah, it is, and his opponent right now is not making adjustments. Matter of fact, he's starting to drown himself because he's going more and more head hunting, and the more he does it, the more he misses, the more frustrated he gets, the more tired he gets. He needs to make a change. Downstairs is the place that's not moving, down to the body.
Focus.
Look at that combination by Black Mamba. A well-placed left hand up top.
Stay on the inside. Move your head. Muévete la cabeza.
That straight right unable to connect.
Circle, circle.
Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. You see him with the left of the head there? Oh, a nice two-punch combo by Black Mamba. Well, if the second half of this fight is anything like the first half we just witnessed, then oh boy, is it going to be fun watching this fight down the stretch.
And I don't think it can change. These guys came here with a certain attitude, a certain mindset, and it's not going to be able to change now. There's no way of all of a sudden in mid-fight being able to go to a defensive fight or a different strategy. What you see is what you get, and you're going to get it the rest of the night.
Blocking that punch. Very good defense by Black Mamba. The Undertaker's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. Oh, everybody will tell you, you can't get away with that. What a big, wide, sweeping whiff that was.
Well, you can get away with it if the guy doesn't want to throw back, but if this guy wants to start throwing back, then you're not getting away with it.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. I like that step back right there. Just enough to be out of danger, but still close enough to then land the counterpunch.
Well, that's what happens when you have that kind of experience. You're calm enough to know that range. Know where the beginning of the punch and the end of the punch is.
Lands flush with the two-punch combo by Black Mamba. Scored well up top. Good power punch, the right hand landed. He is swinging for the fences, trying to get his man. He goes down, and he was on the outside where he doesn't like to be.
Where he shouldn't be, and he paid a price.
He went down from a big shot. Now he's got to have some big guts to move along.
find out exactly what he's made of.
He gets off with a combination up top. And the round comes to an end. We did
need
have
to
a
create more punches,
knockdown
okay?
in
Slip
that
his punch
round.
into
Now,
us.
Teddy,
Just
if you're
like
in
right
the
in the
corner where your man was down on the floor, what are you telling him?
Well, the first thing I do is I sit him down, I get water on the back of his neck. You know, I bring him to his senses, I make sure that he's clear and everything, and then I tell him why he got his backside put on that canvas, so he can correct it, and he doesn't go out there and get caught again with the same punch.
The Undertaker's impressing the judges and himself with that right hand. This is just as much a fork in the road for his opponent as it is for him, because the opponent's saying, hey, I knocked this guy down, and now he's completely changed styles. Does it cause some caution in his mind, or does it cause him to say, okay, now I know I got it?
Yeah, a little trepidation. I mean, first he's thinking, hey, is there a trick here? Is he setting me up here? You know, but there's another part that says, hey, I know this guy hasn't done this before. I've looked at him enough. I've done my homework, and that means I have him in trouble.
Little head hunting with the left. That's a big uppercut that just crashed home. So accurate. Jab, uppercut combination. Targeting the uppercut, and it worked. He missed with that headshot. Both guys have a lot to be proud of with their performances in this round so far, and they still want to give more. What an encore in this final minute.
If you were a kid, you would feel that you're on one of those rides at Space Mountain. I mean, it's just extraordinary.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. Blocks that belt line well. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Good job staying away from the danger there. Black Mama's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. And round 7 comes to an end.
He's winning it. You're closing the gap, but your punches have to be more continuous. You have to throw more, attack. But be careful of the counter. Easy.
Round number 8, Black Mamba's opponent may believe he's in front on the scorecards. This is a very close competitive fight. Now, you have him up, Teddy, but with only a few rounds to go, it's either guy's fight.
Well, it's too close to take for granted either way that somebody can sit back a little bit. Now it's time for the corners to work a little bit. Be creative, you know, maybe tell their charges a few stories. Maybe say, hey, I got you behind. Light a little fire there.
Up and down, side to side.
The Undertaker's so dangerous with that accuracy. A two-punch combination landing.
Relax, relax.
He returns the favor with a right hand of his own.
Move your head. Muévete la cabeza.
Didn't get it done going to the body there. The halfway point of round number 8.
Face yourself.
He's committing to the work downstairs. He puts forth the right hand. Able to show you his blocking ability. Very accurate two-punch combo by Black Mamba. Black Mamba's giving us a taste of some of that athletic ability, that hand speed right there. Good combination.
And his opponent, though, now is going to have to show us that he can do something to sort of, you know, adjust to this, to counter this. And that's going to be controlling range and timing, because he can't match up with the physical hand speed.
Closing up.
Last 10 seconds of the 8th round. On the mark to the body with a left hook that followed up a right hand. The Undertaker's trainer right now is telling him, hey, we can
I
pull
need
this
you to
fight
jump
out.
on him
You
in
may
this
be
round,
trailing.
all right?
There's not much left, but
Okay,
it's still there. You can still go out there and get this win. A target on his head, and he places the hook right on it. The Undertaker's almost looking foolish that time he missed so bad. Good accuracy with that uppercut. The Undertaker's getting himself into the mix now, landing that left hand. Committing to the combo now, full plan. He has his target, he lands a straight right. And now he's targeting upstairs. Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Takes a step back, then the counter punch by Black Mamba.
Very similar to what you see Floyd Mayweather do. You know, make him miss, pull that shoulder back, and then come right back to the counter.
Black Mamba's got speed and plenty of it, Teddy. Still, I'd like to see him just bite down and fight a little bit.
Yeah, you'd like to see him sit down a little bit, bend his legs a little bit, and make those punches a little more effective. Not just great where they look good.
And now he brings the left hand upstairs. Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Targets his opponent after blocking a shot. There's the old 1-2. How about a return to center with the left hand? Big shot comes crashing home. Wow, is this good stuff? What good stuff? He just scored the knockdown after being knocked down earlier.
Joe, that's incredible. And the knockdown earlier actually set up this knockdown because his opponent, he got a little reckless, a little careless.
Get up! Stand! Get up!
Down he goes, now up he gets.
And if he wants to stay up, he's going to have to grab on, kill a little time.
The Undertaker's knockdown in that last round has
You need
really
a
got his
knockout to
corner
win this.
pumped up here.
When he comes forward, time the uppercut, okay? That's what we have to do. Knock him out. Jab, jab, right.
This has been a real good one tonight, and now it comes down to this, the final round. Nice block by Black Mamba. A headshot block. The Undertaker's putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. Black Mamba's just being swarmed. He just got stunned. He got absolutely nailed. Able to cover up that gut. Black Mamba's dazed, and yet another good shot comes in. And once again, he goes down. The question is, can he rise up again?
Come on! Get on your feet!
So now the question becomes, after that knockdown, and he has gotten up, how does he survive?
So this is where instincts kick in. You got to start moving that head automatically right now. You don't want to stay in the middle.
That's a solid right hand by Black Mamba. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. That was a miss by Black Mamba. This fight is being fought at a pace that is beyond. What a big shot. How is this going to go on? Once again, he hits the deck.
Oh, he's getting practice at it, so he might figure it out.
Down he goes, but he's going to continue on, beating the count. Unable to land clean by Black Mamba. The Undertaker's able to land a nice, clean left hand. Left hand came after the jab.
Move your head.
The judges have put down their scores as we come to the end of a very exciting back-and-forth fight. Let's send it up to the ring announcer to hear which way it goes. Hi, everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to Chicago and the famed Aragon Ballroom for tonight's main event. 10 rounds of middleweight action. This should be a good one tonight. Both fighters say they are primed, coming off a very intense and passionate training camp. All the talk, all the hype, now the fight. Round one, scheduled for 10.
Dynamite, that's what I like to see.
The Undertaker's showing you what it takes to be the best in this business. Good, crisp combos. Halfway through round number one. Gets rid of that body shot. The Undertaker's doing well here with that two-punch combination. Good defense, he's covering up down low. Nice block by Baker. Scored well upstairs with the right hand. Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. The Undertaker's ability to get to his opponent worked
Keep
out
the jab
well there. He
bumping,
damaged him
throw
in
the
that
lead
round.
right hand. Winning this fight. Have to keep moving toward.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Blocks it away. That is a big right hand after eating one himself.
Move your head. Adelante, adelante.
A well-targeted classic 1-2 by Baker. Showing you some defense there with the block.
Watch the hook. Watch the hook. Come on.
He scored well after being hit himself. Good step back counter punch there. Now he's putting his punches together. The combination upstairs. Baker's right hand scores well that time.
That's where
Good
you want
block.
to be.
The Undertaker's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. And now he's targeting upstairs. They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Count down the final moments of this round. Accurate shot. Straight right hand comes in.
Keep moving.
Boom, boom. Last
Gotta
round
breathe.
Teddy,
Got to
completely
breathe.
ineffective.
All right, how you feeling out there?
Way off the mark. Throwing
You're not
punches,
winning this
but
fight,
lost
okay?
the round.
You're
Don't
not
talk about being
winning.
off the
He's
mark.
beating you.
If you're traveling
need you to
outside
throw
your
more.
walls, you need a map to find your way. He needs a map right now to find his way. He needs some direction.
Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. Good way to protect the midsection. Well placed jab straight.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
He just missed that shot up top. And he returns on that exchange.
Combos, combos. Side to side, move
Resourceful
your head.
1-2 combo by Boom Boom.
Left and right. Come on, baby.
And now he scores well with a straight right. The Undertaker's punch didn't come close. Baker's right hand did a nice job that time. That worked well for him. Digging in with a left to the gut. Blocks that punch.
Don't walk into his punches. Keep your distance.
Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Comes right back with a shot of his own. And he just holds on there. Oh, and they decide to trade there. The Undertaker's combination punching is working well here. Well-timed, well-placed uppercut there.
Jump on it.
Last 10 seconds of round number 3.
Hey, hey.
Gets rid of that. It was intended for his head. 3 minutes gone by.
Keep easy on the inside. Bang the body, then finish with the uppercut. Lose that.
The Undertaker's enjoying a lead on Teddy's scorecard. The first time we look at the scores ringside here tonight. Although early on here, it's not as if either man is in complete control of this fight.
Come on, kid. Focus now. I need you to focus.
Teddy, there are opportunities that are here for him, aren't there?
Yeah, counterpunch opportunities because he's got an opponent who's walking in a little bit. Now he has a chance to start to chuck something back at him a little.
Keep moving. Keep moving.
Well,
Come on,
supposed to be
going
fighting, but
right.
instead he's hugging. Took a shot, now he gives a left. Halfway through this round here. Thought he had his target, but way off to the side with the uppercut. A well-timed right hand by Boom Boom. Trying to cut down that tree one shot at a time. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. That was a fine block by Baker. Scores up top with a left. Well, as that round comes to an end, it gives us a moment to kind of reflect on this overall fight. Teddy, my thoughts are pretty clear cut.
Let's keep working
This
hard.
is the kind of fight that just takes on a personality of its own. This is an all-out war.
Yeah, this is kind of like watching a guy who's not on a budget. You know, he's spending with both hands. You know, when he goes home, he's going to have no money in his pockets. And when this fight is over, these guys are going to have nothing left in the gas tank, and it's probably not going to a decision.
Watch that.
Not able to land the headshot. Puts forth the hook, scores with it. He takes a shot and then commits to giving one right back. Trying to go downstairs, but off target. Baker's not known as a guy that takes a lot of punishment downstairs, but he did that time with those two punches landing. Good block by Baker. Not much action as he just ties up. There he goes with the right hand again. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Good block there by Boom Boom. Baker's showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Able to dismiss that body shot. The Undertaker's looking really good after that round. Teddy, I think it's a good fight. I think it's a close fight, but I believe it's a fight that he's winning.
Yeah, it's the kind of fight, though, that you can't afford to let up at all, or do what you just said. Think that you're winning. He can't really think that way. He's got to think that he's going to take one round at a time. The rest of the rounds, he's got to win each one of them.
Teddy, I know you swear by it, and we're seeing it right in front of us. Good fighter, likes to fight on the outside, who's having a stellar night with that jab.
Hey, look, if you're going to be an accountant, you better know math. You better know how to add. You're going to be a good fighter, as far as I'm concerned. You better have a good chance.
The Undertaker's able to land a good, solid left hand. Hits him in the mug with the right. Not an accurate hook at all. Commits to the straight right.
Well, the old timers used to say when you're calm in there, when you're in control in there, you can make him do what you want. He made him tie his shoelaces right there.
Must be the punch of the day. Both guys bringing home uppercuts. Solid straight right hand. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. The Undertaker's got a real knack for infighting, and right now he's getting an invitation to do as he pleases in these middle rounds.
Yeah, he's not hesitating. Yes, and he's not hesitating. He's RSVP and right away and saying, okay, I'll take you up on that invite.
Good fundamental work, landing the 1-2 there. We come to the end of the round.
This guy.
Joe
Get close to him.
alongside
Get
Teddy
close to
Atlas.
him, all right? Body.
And looking up at these corners, you can see the
Finish
cutman
with the
obviously
uppercut to the
getting
head.
to work as they do after every round. What makes a great cutman?
Well, he's got to have the right medicines, the right coagulants to stop that. Usually Avitine, thrombin, adrenaline. But the most important thing, Joe, is he has to be calm. He has to be able to identify where that cut is. Maybe there's more than one cut. So you got to be calm enough to see the whole picture, the whole landscape, clean it off, put pressure on it, get that medicine in there, keep your fighter from getting excited. And then you need a fighter who's going to get on his wheels a little bit, give the medicine a chance to work.
The Undertaker's left landing well. Baker's movement's really helping him out, avoiding that punch.
Up for the count.
The Undertaker's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best. At the halfway point of round 7. Now that backhand, the straight left hand, scores well for him. The Undertaker's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. Goes up top with a right hand. Boom Boom's left now getting into the mix. Back up top he goes. Holy cow, look at this. Back and forth they go. There's no stop.
You don't know how good you are until you push. You push to the brink. They are finding out right now how special they can be.
The Undertaker's putting forth a great combination there. And that's the end of round 7.
You gotta stick with the program. Stick with the game plan.
Boom Boom's momentum is starting to show now. Look at Teddy's scorecard as we begin round number 8.
You know, I know why, too, because I eavesdropped a little bit in between the rounds in the corner, and I heard them tell him, hey, come on, pick it up a little bit now, because otherwise he's going to get confident. And guess what? When you hear that, you don't want the other guy getting confident.
Look at the accuracy with that hook upstairs. A crushing 2-punch combo by Baker. He got hit, but he sends it right back. And he's holding. He missed with that headshot. 90 seconds to go, halfway through round 8. Watch the headshot. And there he counters back against his opponent. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Baker. Boom Boom's got that catch-me-if-you-can kind of attitude. He's almost daring his opponent at this point to try to land a headshot. But his movement's been so good. His defense is just supreme.
Yeah, it is. He's moving from the waist. He's slipping the straight shots. He's reading the hooks. He's doing a real magical job in there. But his opponent is making no adjustments at all.
There's the uppercut, one of my favorite punches, and it works that time for him. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. We come to the end of this round.
More than one punch now. More than one punch.
Joe
Now,
Tessitore.
you're doing good,
It's a
but I
very
need to see that
closely
combination.
contested fight, isn't it?
Yeah, it has been, Joe, but it's going to be up now to the judges. Hopefully they have their eyes wide open because they're going to have to look really closely, not just at the action overall, but who's landed the cleaner, more effective punches.
Move your head.
Great right was lined up, but he missed.
Circle, circle.
Basic but beautiful. Jab, left hand.
Adelante.
Baker's hurt from it. Solid early on here in the round, and he's already down, and he doesn't look good at all.
Come on, champ. Up, 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 up.
Baker's up from the knockdown, but what we really want to look for is how he reacts in the coming moments of this fight. Well, that was his intention, and that's what he's doing. Not engaging in the fight, but clinching. Really good work right there, landing the two punches in sequence by Baker. Boom, boom, right hand scores well. Good flush shot upstairs. Boom Boom's defense is paying off now. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Good flush shot by Baker. Boy, sharp two-punch combination by Boom Boom. Last 10 seconds of the 9th round. The Undertaker's last round, a big one. He scored the knockdown. Do you think he's now got the momentum where he can end this fight?
Well, right now, I think he has the confidence where he thinks he can end the fight, and that's where it starts. It starts with anything. Any people out there doing anything, it starts with thinking, believing you can do it.
Nice work, great technique. The combo lands. The Undertaker's ability to properly throw and land his combinations has been stunning. Teddy, why is he so successful?
Because you just said it, he's putting them together. You know, one or two wouldn't land, but he's handcuffing the guy. And the first two punches, they set up the third and fourth.
Deep breathe.
Doubles up the jab. Baker's going to think about the next time he throws a punch because he just got hit by a good solid counter. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. And a nice combo by Baker.
Keep pushing.
Turned that hook over, but couldn't turn it into a connect. Good job with another left hand.
Come on now.
Boom Boom's able to avoid that punch.
Use the ring.
Oh, he just ate a big shot comes home for him. And he goes down again. Will he get up from this?
Get up, damn it. Come on now. Focus.
Baker is getting back up to his feet after being knocked down. up to the ring. A unanimous decision. Teddy, your scorecard falls in line, and everybody here in the arena knows exactly what happened today.
Yeah, this was an easy one. I mean, I think that you would have had a big problem with the crowd, not to mention me, your broadcaster right here.
Hi, everybody. I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas. Good evening and welcome to Vegas, where they do it bigger and better than any other city when it comes to the big-time fights. We're at the Thomas & Mack Center for a much-anticipated main event. 10 rounds among heavyweights. Boy, and we expect this to be a big night of action. We spoke with both fighters yesterday. Fireworks anticipated here tonight. Let's see. Haynes on his way to the ring right now, and you can see how excited he is for this one.
You got this one. You know what
Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway.
Hooks on the inside.
Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting the head. Not hitting his mark there going upstairs.
Let's see some more head movement. Side to side.
That is exactly what the corner wanted to see. A good combination punch by Payne. Cruz's blocking ability is doing well for him there.
Keep moving.
Vicious is putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Sending out the power shot. It was a straight left hand. Rock 'em, sock 'em, robots right from the start here, Teddy.
No defense, just pure offense.
Comes right back with a big blow up top. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Good smooth work by Payne. That's classic counterpunching.
But what he did was he pulled that right shoulder back. You know, he just pulled it back, gave him the left shoulder, and then gave him the right hand.
Good return fire that time. Big shot there. Oh, he doesn't look good. He just went down, and not the way he wanted it to go.
No, he's standing on the outside, Joe. He shouldn't be standing there. The old timers would say, take a walk around the block.
How you doing? Keep your hands up. Don't worry, all right? I just need you to...
Here we go. Round two is underway. Vicious is once again the target of a hook. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand.
Inside,
Haynes
inside.
landed a good, solid combination. Great hook to the head that time. He digs in with an uppercut after blocking that shot away. Zoning in with the overhand left. Scored well up top. And right from the start, he's throwing the power punches and landing.
I think he has a date and he wants to get to it.
Halfway through round number two. punch combination. We come to the end of this round.
yours, Steve.
Teddy, a round in which maybe a lot of trainers don't like to see because it was a very busy round for both guys.
Well, it depends what kind of style, what kind of strength your fighter has, or even what kind of weaknesses. If I had a guy who likes to box, who likes to counterpunch, I want a guy coming at him. Not with a lot of TNT in his gloves, but coming forward where my guy is well suited. He can pick him off a little bit.
Parries that punch intended for the head. So swiftly able to turn defense into offense. Nice counter punch.
And what you're noticing here is his opponent is starting to be a little wary of letting his jab go, because every time he jabs, he gets caught.
See, the defense pays off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Blocked that away. It was targeted for his head. 90 seconds to go here in this round. Vicious his opponent, landing an effective counter punch right there. Nice work, the left hand to the head. Sound defense. Good block that time by Payne. Targeting that overhand left. Left to the body. Cruises, landing that hook on the inside. What does he see that's so hard to see there? It doesn't look like there's much target there with all that crowding on the inside, but he's landing.
Yeah, well, he's doing what you want him to do from a trainer's perspective. He's not waiting for the opening. He's creating the opening. You made a really good point. What does he see? He might not see something right away, but by the time he throws the punch, all of a sudden the opening presents itself.
What an impact that left hand just made by Crusher. Very nice job landing that counter punch, getting away from one that was coming at him by Payne. Round number 4 is underway. A chance to look at Teddy's scorecard. Been an even fight, but Teddy, that's what we expected. It was hard to really say one guy had a distinct advantage going into this fight.
No, exactly. One thing I'm a little surprised about, though, Joe, is on the inside. You know, both guys have been cooperating, kind of making solid agreements not to work. Whoever decides not to make those agreements, I think he's going to start pulling away a little bit.
Hooks to the head. And you see how he just set the table for that right hand after the jabs. Cruz's right hand working well that time. He scored well. And a well-placed hook by Crusher. Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
Takes one, but gets one. Good work by Cruz. A well-placed left hand up top. Good fighting, snapping shot by Crusher. Cruz is hitting the mark right now. How precise was he there with that three-punch combo? Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Oh, you see him with the left of the head there? Crusher nailed by a counter punch. Big shot he just scored with. Once again, he goes down. Can he survive this? Payne's corner needs to really get to their man after this round. They need to treat him after that knockdown. They also need to give him some sound advice. What's the advice you give him?
Well, first of all, if they're going to get the chance to get to him, he better move his head. But the advice I would give him is, hey, you go out this next round and you kill some time. Tie him up a little bit right from the beginning. Don't worry about losing the early part of the fight or the early part of the round. Just get yourself back together.
Now that is sharp, accurate punching with 3 punches. punch combo
Keep your
by
hands up.
Crusher. Good exchange. He fires back. Kane showing us that he is willing to stick with the game plan. But Teddy, oh, that's gotta hurt. How is he gonna survive this? Once again, he hits the deck.
He's going to have to find a way.
Get to your feet. Focus.
Kane's rising back up. That takes some guts. Good clean shot, returning fire. Well done by Cruz. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. A minute and a half to go. Crusher's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. Cruz is impressing the judges and himself with that right hand.
Like what I see in there.
Good step back and counter punch there.
Beautiful.
See, he's got his guard up really well that time, and it protects his head. Cruz's left, working well that time. That is a sharp uppercut by Cruz.
All right, you gotta bring your hands up. You must.
Halfway through the scheduled rounds here, Vicious's combination punching is working well here. And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. And now he's targeting upstairs. Covers up nicely, gets rid of his opponent's body shot. Oh, and there you go. Picture perfect combination, and he is floored.
Well, the old timers would say you can hit a guy with 2. Why hit him with 1?
What do you think, Teddy? Do you think he can survive things here? He's been down multiple times now and keeps getting up.
History tells us that fighters, when they're pushed to the brink, they find a way sometimes, but not always.
Teddy, he's trying to punch his way out of this damage he's incurred, but that's not the answer.
Now, he's in a rainstorm. He needs an umbrella. And instead, he's running right out into the rain.
His opponent wanted the body. He wouldn't give it to him. Good job with the left hand. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Kane. You always say punchers are born, Teddy. But what about a guy's ability to withstand big punches? What about a guy's chin?
You know, that's an interesting point. Part of it is physical, and you know what it is? It's the neck. That's the shot.
Vicious is absorbing a left. Look at that. Knocked down again. Unreal.
Now, you got to wonder what the corner's thinking. Are they going to stop this?
That's it. It's over. Fight is over. Cruz is gunned down yet another opponent. A knockout victory. Now that's how you end a fight right there. Yes, he was controlling throughout, but he made a good we look for early? We've heard so much about his jab. Is it as simple as that?
Yeah, it is. For him, it is. I mean, not just from the offensive end, the defensive end, and also a rangefinder. You know, it gets the distance that he needs to complete everything else.
What does the boxer have to be very aware of in terms of how he can get himself into trouble when he faces the ball?
Well, there's a couple areas that the boxer really has to be on his P's and Q's. One, don't get trapped on the ropes, because then you're allowing the brawler to have exactly the place he wants. Also, when you're stepping away, and you're going to be going away from a strong guy, don't step away naked.
That's a good left hand by Iceman. Comes right back with some offense of his own. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round.
It's all right. Keep moving.
Iceman's done a good job there offensively scoring with that left hand. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Protecting his head well with his guard. The Undertaker's showing you that sublime skill right now with that 2-punch combo. A hammering hook to the head by Iceman. Wow, look at that, trading shots. Final 10 seconds of round number 1.
Breathe. Deep breath. You're in control of this fight. Don't get careless out there. Keep up.
You gotta fight. You gotta throw more.
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Good defense upstairs to stay away from that offensive assault. That was nice. He just drew the punch from his opponent, and then a good counter by Iceman.
Yeah, like running through the ring without getting wet. Beautiful.
Little head hunting with the left.
Keep your distance.
Good job. It was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Iceman. A little something for his opponent after getting tagged. The Undertaker showing you a little defensive skill there. Able to move away from that punch. Putting his punches together, landing 2 shots there. Nice strike after catching one by Iceman. Went to the body there, but unable to connect. Getting rid of that punch from his opponent. Well blocked by Iceman. Iceman's getting himself into the mix now, landing that left hand. No, he missed that right. Good defensive skill. The Undertaker's knowledge of the game is showing through. 3 ways to defend, one of them is to block. He did it there well. And now Rhodes is hurt by that. The Undertaker's landing is solid. He goes down in the later stages of this round. He's going to try to survive it.
Hey, come on, watching all these replays and shit. Trash ass nigga. Like you did something.
stopping him from going down.
Yeah, but it's not over. You know, you have to think like a fighter thinks. Yeah, for that moment he got a reprieve, but he's got to go back in 1 minute and face it again. Does he have the wherewithal to do that?
Off to the side, a little swing and a miss going upstairs. Iceman's trying to get back in this round after being knocked down in the last round. But with just 60 seconds between rounds, Teddy, how much can really happen? How much can really benefit a fighter?
Well, a lot has to happen. First of all, you hit him with that sponge. Some cold water on top of the head where you revigorate him a little bit. You know, get his senses back a little bit. And you have to talk to him. Once he calms down, once you physically get him back on track, you look to see if he's okay, and then you have to tell him why he got dropped to begin with.
Coming to the halfway point of this third round. The Undertaker's got a bad cut now that's opened up on his cheek. He fires off the combination there and it lands. Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well.
Use the ring! Use the ring! He's tired! He's tired!
Move your head.
Beat him to the punch!
Good block by Iceman. Last 10 seconds.
Nice.
Accurate with a straight left. A very close fight as we begin round number 4 here. Look at Teddy's scorecard. Rose has been in this every step of the way. Teddy, even fight so far. How do you see it playing out?
I see it playing out as a battle of attrition because it is even. Each guy working hard every round, contested every round. Whoever's in better shape, he's going to have his hand raised.
Wow, he backs up the combination, landed all 4 of them. Well, I don't know if he's hip to the idea of becoming a counterpuncher, but I get the sense you'd agree with it.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's got the perfect platform, the perfect form for it. The guy's walking in right now, not moving his head much. He can time him, he can counter him.
Up top with the quick hook. Now that is fighting right there. It's smart fighting. Landing all 4 punches. Takes one to give one. He comes back with a right hand. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshot. The Undertaker's able to land a nice, clean left hand. He just missed that shot up top. Really on the mark with that overhand left. Good flush shot upstairs. They both decide to bring it. Very nice work to the head. The right hand landed.
Beat the body!
10 seconds to go in the 4th. Very nice work from both men. They each got a shot in.
I want you to bang the head.
Good action here tonight. Both guys bringing their best, and both guys meeting each other stride for stride, punch for punch. Tough fight to score here as we're back underway. Way to block there.
That's it! 1, 2! 1, 2!
Great movement to get away from those punches. The Undertaker's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. There's the headshot, but he parries it away.
Double up your punches! you go.
More than one punch downstairs, that can be damaging. He took a shot, but he gives one of his own. A left hand scores. Rhodes is giving his opponent fits right here. His head movement is making for such an elusive target.
Yes, it is. Now the opponent has to make an adjustment. He has to realize that he's finding air more than he's finding any surface up top. So go downstairs to the place that's not moving, down to the body. That is starting to take away some of that head movement.
Yep, yep.
Keep moving.
Final 10 seconds. Took a go of it to the body, but came up empty. The Undertaker's so dangerous with that accuracy. And two-punch
Beautiful,
combination
lindissimo,
landing.
beautiful.
And round 5 comes to an end. Well, we've seen this before. A fighter with a bad cut, and sometimes a fighter that now has a much greater sense of urgency.
Yeah, right now, if he was gambling, if he was in a casino, he's rolling the dice. He's hoping to come up with 7.
Move your
Left
head.
hook to the body,
In and
right
out.
hand,
In and
nicely
out.
done. Rhodes' cut is on the cheek, and you can see that it's bothering him a bit right now. That's something we'll keep our eye on. Oh! And he goes down for a second time. Does he have enough this time to rise up and continue on? Good evening, everybody. Glad you've made the decision to be with us. Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore, and we're glad to be bringing you action and welcoming you to the Aragon Ballroom here in Chicago, Illinois, for tonight's main event. 10 rounds, middleweights going at it. A lot of talk heading into tonight's matchup. Everybody expecting this to be a great night of action. Opening 3 minutes of this 10-round fight.
Hey, gotta see that coming. Let's go.
Lands the left after setting it up with a jab. Able to get away from that headshot with the block. He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Comeback Kid. The Undertaker's defense, is it ever good? Look at how easy he's able to block those punches.
Use the ring. Use the ring.
Kid Comeback's objective is to land that jab, and he did so right there. They're not exactly getting to know each other. They're just beating the hell out of each other early on here.
Yeah, Joe, this keeps up there. Both of them have headaches.
Big shot. He just fought the other guy's fight, and now it's not his fight at all. He is down.
No, he should have been on the inside. He pulled out into a world of trouble, a world of punches.
Get off. Get up, damn it. Stand up. Stand up.
Hard to prepare for a situation like this, but many do. He's been down. Now he's got to survive.
So that's where you're wrong. It's not hard to prepare. It's a must to prepare. If you're a trainer, that's what you do in the gym. You teach a guy. If you're in this situation, this is what you do. You grab on, you move your head, you survive.
Round comes to an end here. Glad you've joined us ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas on another night at the fight. We're with you all year long, every step of the way, as is our crew. And the guys just don't get enough credit sitting back there in the production truck, but they make all this happen, Teddy.
Yeah, they do. Of course, Rick, Robbie, Mike, all you guys, Brian, Scott, Russ. We appreciate you doing all the difficult work while we get a chance to sit out here and enjoy the fun part. And by the way, you guys, after we just said that, you guys are picking up the tab tonight.
Oh, that's good stuff. Firing right back with one of his own. Good work by Comeback Kid. Teddy, what's the one thing that shows you a fighter like this is recovered? That a guy who was just knocked down in the last round now comes out for the next round and is fine.
Well, the first thing I look at is, does he behave the way that he normally behaves? You know, is he a guy that all of a sudden starts running at his opponent, and that's not his kind of style? That tells me he's still hurt. But that tells me he's still a little drunk.
Throws out the jab and then brings back the uppercut up top.
Keep your distance.
Flush right hand to the head. Comeback Kid's opponent knows exactly what the game plan should be now. That counter punch landed with some success. Little head knocking with that right hand. Well placed hook there. Teddy, he did a smart thing right there. Just created enough space and then landed the counter punch.
Looked like the will of the wisp, the old great Willie Penn. Made him miss, made him pay.
The Undertaker swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent. Here's one for you now, he says. Right back with the left hand. Fires right back at him. The Undertaker's able to land a good, solid left hand. punches in that
Relax. You're in
last round
control,
really
all right?
scored well for him.
You got that? You're in control.
How you doing? You okay? I need you to use your feet. Move around the ring. You got that? Okay, let's go.
So a fresh round is underway, but is it a fresh fighter? Kid Comeback's corner is hoping so. Based on what we saw at the end of the last round, who knows?
Well, his corner should also be hoping that his opponent across the way doesn't come out here like the executioner to get this over with. Because if he does, I think it's over.
How about that exchange? The Undertaker being so very effective, punching in combination.
And that's what you want. He's got pretty good hand speed. Might as well use that hand speed. No better way to use it than putting them together.
Nice combination, throwing more than one. Both scored there. That kid showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch.
Uppercut!
A well-placed, gutsy uppercut after being tagged. Comeback Kids putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. And now he's acting like a fighter, coming back with the right hand after getting scored upon. Combo lands to the head. Missed the body shot. The Undertaker's left landing well. That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Comeback Kid. The Undertaker's work in training camp is now paying off. Do you see the accuracy and the effectiveness with that combination?
Take it to these guys. You have to go out and get these guys.
Start of round number 4. Kid Comeback sizzling up those punches thrown stats, but nothing else is working for him. He has not earned a single round on your scorecard.
Well, I don't like the kind of punches he's throwing. He should go to the butcher shop. Cut some fat off those punches.
Get out off the road.
Well, he's picking up right where he left off. Remember how he finished that last? Comeback Kid stumbled back. He just got hurt.
Stay with me here. I know about this.
Good defensive skill with the block by the Comeback
Get
Kid.
focused.
Scores up top with a left. Good flush shot by Comeback Kid. Here's the old 1-2 coming after him. Comeback Kid's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Teddy, we know what the problem is. He's getting hit by left hand. Offer up the solution.
Well, Joe, there's 3 lines of defense. Either you're blocking punches, you're moving your head, or you're using his leg. The problem, he's not using any of those.
There's another left hand from him. What a great job. He gave one right back in return. Nice work by Comeback Kid. Turns over that hook and he does damage upstairs. Final minute of this round that has been nothing but 2 straight minutes of non-stop fury.
Fasten your seatbelt. More turbulence ahead.
What an excellent 2-punch combo by Comeback Kid.
Keep working the body.
To the head he goes with a left hand. That is boxing 101. Remember earlier, he was on the canvas. Now he's looking down on his opponent.
And we thought it was a bad thing earlier for him. It turned out to be a bad thing for his opponent because he got careless here.
You're looking good. Keep it up. Keep those hands moving.
Keep your hands up. Don't worry now. I just need you to focus. Keep your hands up and keep working the jab, okay? Double up the jab.
The Undertaker's corner now with a big task at hand. They've got to make sure that their fighter has his senses back after being knocked down. Well, something's got to stick. He sends the combination to the body. The Undertaker's got a cut. It looks like it's below the eye, on the cheek, but it's something that needs to be monitored. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here today?
Well, 2 aspirin and then, oh no, actually I would say a little counterpunching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. That left hand over the top. He's accurate with it. Effective with that 1-2. The Undertaker's proving to be elusive. Halfway into round number 5 here. That worked out really well. Throwing off the right hand after getting tagged like that. The Undertaker's doing well here with that 2-punch combination. Oh, and he's got something for himself, and it's a left hand. He tried to nab him up top, but was unable to connect. Takes one, but gives one. Good work by Comeback Kid. Good combination to the body. Comeback Kid's just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. He comes back with the left hand again. And this round comes to an end.
This is what you
The Undertaker's
The
cut
reason
man
why
is
he's
going to earn his
landing
pay
because
for
you're
sure. That
standing
is
there
a
and
bad
letting him
gash.
work.
And I
He's
wondered
controlling
what
this
he's
fight right
using
now.
in there.
You need
You
to
know,
take
you can
this
only
fight back.
use certain things,
One down,
Aventine,
on somebody.
adrenaline, and thrombin. I'm wondering if he's using legal things right now because that's the kind of cut that tempts you to use crazy glue.
Okay, listen to me. When he misses with a punch, counter. There you go. That was good. Took a lot out of him that round. Keep that up.
Here we are, the start of another round, and if everything goes according to the way the first half of this fight went, he's going to be coasting in for an easy win.
Well, if his opponent goes along with it, he definitely will, but maybe he'll change the script a little. Flip the script a bit.
Comeback Kid smashed by a hook. The Undertaker's overflowing with aggression, and that brawling style has got him in control of these middle rounds.
Yeah, he's gotten his opponent right where he wants. He's gotten his opponent confused, frustrated. He's fighting the wrong fight. He's fighting his fight.
Comes right back at him with a left hand. 1, 2 jabs.
Keep your back up the rope.
Once again to the head.
Stay focused. Keep pushing.
The Undertaker's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches.
Double up your punches.
He gives as well as he takes. You saw it on that exchange. Kid Comeback's left now getting into the mix. Left to the body. How about a return to center with the left hand? Not able to land the headshot. The Undertaker's combination punching is working well here. Good left hand able to land. And round 6
It's
comes
over.
to an end.
He's got
The
nothing
Undertaker's got to
left,
be careful
okay?
not to
Just
prey
go
to
for
what
the
so
head.
many fighters
Knock him
do.
out. It's done.
Close fight, you may be
Deep
up,
breath for me.
but you may not stay
You're in
that way.
control
He's
of
getting
it.
some sound advice from his cornerman. Back underway here to live fight action. Tough fight to score. Very, very even. Closely contested bout throughout.
Work the body. Bang the body.
Oh, he just misses with that headshot. He's showing what a skilled fighter he is with this counterpunch. Good, solid overhand left.
Come on.
Back kid showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. Scored well up top. Comeback kids coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. The Undertaker's doing what every trainer wants to see their fighter do. Land punches and bunches. The combination lands. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Comeback kids wanting to counterpunch here. But that doesn't seem the route to go here in this fight.
No, he has to be honest with himself and see that. But, you know, people under pressure in all walks of life, you know, in the ring especially, you see it right away. You kind of peek at it right away. It's obvious. Maybe he doesn't want to see what he has to see, because then he would have to discipline himself. He's not ready to do that. Then he would have to make the change. Maybe he just wants to leave it this way. At the end of the day, people are going to say, oh, that guy fought kind of fight that, you know, hard to fight with, you know, and he has an excuse. Maybe that's what's going on right now.
Come on, kid. Focus.
He scored well after being hit himself. He missed with that headshot. Nice strike after catching one by Comeback Kid. And that does it for this round.
You gotta move your hands in there. Let's go. We got it. You know what you need to do to win this, okay?
Start of round number 8 here. The Undertaker's enjoying a slight lead on your scorecard, Teddy. Only a few rounds left. What advice do you typically give a fighter? And bang, away he goes. Oh, and now the real test. Can he get up after going down a second time?
Come on. Get on your feet. Stand. 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 Hurry. Get up.
I give him a lot of credit for even getting up from that knockdown, but he still has to impress and move forward here.
Yeah, I applaud him. I give him credit, but I also recognize that he's in good shape. That's one of the reasons he got up.
The Undertaker's ability to utilize this jab, fighting on the outside, has been so critical in what we've seen on the scorecard so far. Why so, Ted?
Because it's not a common jab. You know, he reminds me, believe it or not, of Hector Camacho, former junior lightweight champion, because he throws a trip hammer jab. You know, usually you turn that jab over, you know.
Comeback kids hit by a right. Wow! Unbelievable! Just the barrage continues. He's knocked down again.
But his desire and heart is just as strong as it was before.
Ándale, get up. Maldito sea, get up.
It's over. The fight is over. The Undertaker's in prime form. Power surge here. Knockout winner. So here we are, late in the fight, just coasting along, and then that happens.
And that's exactly why it happened, because he was coasting along. Everybody was comfortable. Everybody thought nothing big.
welcome you to the Metro Manila Arena. We're here in the Philippines. Our main... When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number 1.
Many may believe that in a matchup like this, power puncher versus power puncher, that he who has more power wins. But in a way, is it as simple as saying he who has more fundamentals wins?
Yes, absolutely. He who has a missile to get that bomb to the target, he's going to win.
The Undertaker's landing a combination here. That's what he does when he's at his very best.
Use your feet.
Solid left hand to the head. The Undertaker's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. The Undertaker's left working well that time. Tucks those elbows in, blocks the body shot. Wide, nailed by a huge hook. Little volume punching to the body there. Oh, good defense there. That was a fine block by Golden. Pulls the trigger right away with the left hand after getting tagged himself. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. The Undertaker's putting his punches together now. That's a nice combination. Last 10 seconds of this first round. Not able to land the uppercut. Golden's tagged by a hook. The Undertaker's attitude of being effective and aggressive
right?
worked out well.
Keep
His
your
opponent
range.
is damaged.
Jab, right, okay?
Here we go. Round 2 is underway. Well, his opponent got away from that uppercut. Golden so dangerous with that accuracy. A two-punch combination landed.
Keep moving, keep moving. Move, move,
Good clean
move,
shot,
move,
returning fire. Well done by Line. Oh, they both land flush with uppercuts.
Keep your distance.
And he returns on that exchange. The Undertaker's way off the mark. That punch didn't have a chance. A stabbing right hand by Live. The Undertaker's putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. Nice block that time. It was intended to the head.
You're doing great.
You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. He has found his groove with this right hand. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. The Undertaker's ability to get to his man paid off well there. He damaged him
You're
in
in
that
control,
round.
all right?
He seems fully recovered to me. Here we are, the start of a new round, and a fighter that got tagged hard in the last round seems as fresh as could be.
Well, when you push a fighter, when you push a human being to a dark place, that's when you're going to find out what's bright inside of them, what's great inside of them. And he's responding just that way.
Golden's on the bad end of an uppercut. another right hand. Dismisses his opponent's headshot.
Now let's go.
Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs.
Finish with the hook.
Comes right back with a shot of his own. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head.
Pace yourself.
Good work with the uppercut. Nice job there. Good block there by Golden.
Hold it,
And a
damn
big
it,
right
hold
hand
it.
by Golden. The Undertaker.
Did you see that?
Beautiful work with that combination for the knockout.
Well, that's the benefit of putting them together. One sets up the other one.
Lines back up. But is he back in the fight?
We're going to find out in a second whether or not he moves his head. Now, if he just stands there straight and you're the trainer, you better get up on those steps and stop it. He's not right.
Ten seconds to go in this round. And that's the end of round three.
I don't want to see you again.
Round number 4 underway. The Undertaker's just dominating in the punch stat categories. When you look at total punches thrown, he's got a big edge.
Yeah, not a lot of damage going on, but as you just said, one guy working, the other guy's not.
Golden's just not throwing many jabs here tonight, Teddy. I know that really bothers you. You like a guy that commits to the jab, don't you?
Well, that's boxing 101. I mean, that's the fundamentals, and it has so many areas where it serves you. I mean, it sets up your punches, it sets up your offense, but it controls your defense. Keeps the guy at a certain distance, gives the guy something to think about. Just the most basic thing in the world.
The Undertaker's at his best when the combinations are landing. He scored well there with that combo. Golden's right hand scores well that time. The Undertaker's well off the mark that time. That's a flush shot, making away those body shots with the left hand. The Undertaker's the kind of boxer that wants to do just that. Find the target, get the combination working, land both punches. Really on target there with a 3-punch combination. Golden! Big shot comes flashing home. Lines rocked by a brilliant combination.
That's what happens when you have your chin up in the air like a lantern in a storm.
And now he's down. And it's all over. Golden's unable to continue. This fight is over. Knockout. The Undertaker's power that we saw throughout the night, building a lead on your scorecard, now ends the night with a knockout victory.
And it begins the next night.